Hey guys, welcome to Couple of Dudes.
That one, yeah.
That's like my go-to one.
Welcome back to Scree. Okay. I'm gonna leave this place. I've had enough. No, I'm gonna go and do a thing.
You're gonna find Gyorge?
Yeah, basically. I'm gonna go back to Clacktown and I'm gonna do a thing because I'm gonna try and do a bunch of stuff in one timeline because I'm a freaking madman, dude.
It was funny when you made that joke. You were coming up with all these Gyorg names, and then you said Gyorge, and then Stephanie did a little joke and would go straight over my head, and I completely ignored that, even though that was really good.
Oh god. Oh, straight over. Oh my fucking god.
In the wrong place.
No, I'm not. I just need to get some money. Is what I want to do. I want to get some sweet fucking dosh.
Make a cash withdrawal.
No. Well, I'm gonna go to my little secret locations first, and then I might get a little bit of extra dough a bit later.
Yeah.
But right now, what I'm trying to do, so the Skull Collar House that we're doing right now doesn't give us a mask immediately, but it gives us access to a mask, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to get the requirements done to get said mask, if that makes sense. Also, I find it interesting, I didn't even mention it, I just wanted to say this really quick. We were talking about Prisoner of Azkaban and how I think time travel is really, really good in that. It's identical to what it is in Majora's Mask.
Oh.
Well, actually, no, it's not. It's completely different. I don't know why I said that, but I think that Majora's Mask uses a different theory, that's what I mean to say. But I felt like that comparison, probably should have, mentioned the fact that both Majora's Mask and Prisoner of Azkaban. It's just different types of time travel. Prisoner of Azkaban is the looping timeline. I call it the box timeline. It's not actually what it's called. There's a specific name for it, where it means that all the events that you do when you go back in time will be the same the next time around, right? So you can't change anything.
Okay.
This is where you go back in time and you reset. And you're in a new timeline. Majora's Mask. It's also similar to Groundhog Day. Majora's Mask is. In fact, Majora's Mask is identical to Groundhog Day. Do you remember what the code is?
It was something 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, something like that.
You mind if I go in this book?
No, I was good. No.
5, 2, 4, 3, 1. No. Fuck.
You just going straight through it.
5, 2,
4, 3,
4. Anyway, as we were saying, yeah, I just thought I should mention that. I don't know why. I find it interesting because I love movies that do time travel correctly in anything. That's why I did a research project on it.
But you've done time travel in quite a few of your things.
I have. In fact, it's kind of funny because just about every single one of my stories had time travel related to it in one way or another, except, ironically, the one story that I'm actually going through right now is Cass, which has no supernatural elements at all.
But all editing's obviously supernatural, but does it have time travel?
Yeah, remember Sift?
Oh, yeah.
And actually, there's more time travel stuff in it later, but, the thing about Edited is, I kind of want to talk about it now that, I'm resetting the whole universe, but at the same time, I don't know what specifically I'm going to reuse, but time travel was going to take somewhat precedent, and it still will, I think, in a way. I have an idea of how I might rewrite it, but, yeah, anyway.
Yeah. That noise. Boss fights.
Oh yeah, there's the spider being spooky or whatever. But yeah, anyway, so that's that. Just wanted to mention that. I like time travel that is done well in films. It makes me very happy, right? That's why I like Prisoner of Azkaban. That's why I love this game. I like Groundhog Day. I fucking despised Looper, etc., etc. Looper is one of my least favorite movies I've ever seen. Not as bad as the Emoji Movie, which I have also seen, but yeah, Looper fucking sucks dick, dude.
I've used time travel in some right things. Used it in Game Legacy. But I didn't use it very much. Actually, no, it kind of became a core theme. Maybe not a core theme, actually. I only used it once. So, okay, there are only 2 times that I used it. It is something like 17 games and stories.
Right.
So, I used it very sparsely. But then when I came up with the idea of doing some kind of reinvention of Damn Legacy and writing all new stories as if, but from a different timeline, just from the basis of one tiny thing changing.
Yeah.
Then it became a lot more about time travel.
Yeah, time travel is fun for me, right? But you think if you make it too confusing, like I said, people. I don't want to say that they have like a dismissive look at time travel, but I mean they kind of do. Some people just think, oh, it's time travel, and they just like, I don't understand. You know, they just kind of dismiss it. I love thinking about time travel, and like especially time travel that makes sense. So that's why I like certain movies like Looper. A lot of people like because they don't think about it in terms of like a logical sense. But I do, and it frustrates me as well.
The guy going back in time to kill himself.
Kind of. What it does is it changes its theory that it uses for time travel as it chooses to fit the narrative, and that's very frustrating for me. If you're going to write a good time travel story, stick to one theory.
You got to ground your story.
There's a bunch of different theories you can use for time travel, but you got to pick one. Jesus,
or at least
Christ.
think yours out very carefully.
Yeah, pick one, think it out well, and work with it, dude. Doctor Who, on the other hand, is a bit different because every fucking episode they change it up. And I do find that frustrating, but not as much because Doctor Who goes on for 100,000 years and they just stuck for the one kind of time travel thing, then it would, get boring.
Saves the day.
It would just be a little bit like, well, what are you going to do?
It doesn't have a ripple effect on other things, his actions.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, they change the theory for it all the time.
Yeah. So
it's just like one of those things where it's like, if they just stuck to one theory, they'd only have so much to work with, is what I'm saying. Remember this, by the way?
Yeah. I think we've done this before.
Yeah, we have.
And we saw this guy at...
Yeah, he goes back to Nakano, that's where his hideout is. We'll be fucking dealing with him later. Don't you worry about it. Don't look at me. Guard, stop him.
No.
Kid,
the guards
trip him up.
are specifically there to stop you leaving the room.
Oh no, gotta stop him.
Police, somebody stop.
He doesn't even go out the right exit to Ikana. That goes to northern town.
Well, he just goes the long way around too.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Because he failed in stealing the bomb bags, he can no longer sell them to the curiosity shop, right?
Right.
So he sells something else. And that happens to be the mask. Alright? I can break it down a bit more, but we need one more thing before we can go buy it. And well, I guess I can tell you. It's not big. It's not a big surprise. It's not very interesting. Do you want me to tell you?
Alright.
We need more money.
Alright.
It costs 500 rupees, and I can only carry a max of 200. So once I finish the spider house, I'll get the biggest wallet, which will allow me to carry 500 rupees.
So we've just got the adult one.
Yeah.
Now we can get to my fantastic list of things to talk about.
Please do. He was all disappointed because he writes lists of things he wants to talk about in the videos, which is fine. Whatever.
And then we take 15 episodes to get to them.
Well, yeah, because like we're just having an organic conversation. He's like, I hate this shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk.
No, I like it. I like it, but I do want to talk about things on my list.
Yeah.
So I think the most relevant thing for us right now is organising our times.
Yeah.
And
that's hard, man.
So the thing that I've been doing is having a whole week dedicated to working on one thing, which for the last few weeks has worked very well for me. For comics, I went from not being interested in working on it, but going, I guess I have to work on it, to by the end of the week I'm all, I can't believe this week is over. I wish I had another week to work on it, because I started getting excited about it.
I think you should just do what you want to do.
Well, yeah, but then there's the thing that you do, which is you have one thing a day.
Kind of.
Not so much. You just when you're inspired.
What it is right now is the weekend is to draw, the week is to work on videos.
Alright.
That'll be changing soon because right now I'm trying to work on as many videos as possible.
Yeah.
Have them all ready, and then I'm going to start working. Oh, I'm going to go back. I'm going to work on a video for my drawing channel.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a week at some stage. It's further away than I'd like, So that's kind of a flaw in my idea. That a flaw in my idea of having 1 week for everything, for one thing, is that
Would you like to talk about that in the next episode? You're having a brain fart.
I keep having brain farts. Got a lot to talk about. A lot of thoughts in my head.
Alright, well let me grab this and then we'll do it next time, shall we? You can rearrange yourself. I've already got 3 and I haven't even entered it yet.
Next time on brain farts.
Next time on